Hi, everyone. Good Thursday. I'm thankful to have you spending a little time with us on this March the 7th, in which we have some flakes flying about, as you'll see behind me. Yeah, they're still flying. They actually started around 4 o'clock or so, a bit earlier than was expected, and they may all add up to maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches of snowfall between now and in the morning. Now, keep in mind, if the kids have been looking for some snowfall all winter, well, might be the best shot they've got or had, certainly, but it's going to be very short lived. We've got temperatures that will be well above freezing tomorrow, warmer temperatures than that thereafter, rain, thunderstorms, and a lot of sunshine after that as well. So any snowfall we see, we won't see for long, just to forewarn you. We'll give you much more on the winter weather advisory and your outlook near and far term in just a few moments. Several things. Two main topics, though, to talk about tonight locally. Both good news. I've been keeping you up to date on organizational meetings and discussion of getting a Special Olympics chapter put together here in McGoffin County. There was one years ago. To be honest, I don't even recall. Well, they're ready to literally hit the ground running a week from tonight. Great news there. And I don't know of a law enforcement officer or fellow EMS personnel who wouldn't agree with me. I think this is a great idea. I've seen it personally, how valuable it would have been. An announcement today by our transportation cabinet and the governor, and we'll get to that in just a few seconds. A lot on your calendar, weather, and more. One other thing before we get to all of our local news, and that is medical marijuana, one step further to becoming a reality in Kentucky. That doesn't mean, however, folks are going to be lighting up. They won't be, legally at least, if they smoke marijuana, if the bill does become law. Right now, last night, the bill did make it through a House Judiciary Committee. It now goes on to the House for a vote. It is sponsored by two main sponsors and dozens of other co-sponsors. The bill that would legalize medical marijuana here in Kentucky. After it was voted through last night and on to the House, it's House Bill 136. However, the bill would not allow medical marijuana to be smoked or allow plants to be grown in patients' homes. It also limits the amount of THC, which is the main ingredient in marijuana that gives everyone the high. It will be limited to 70%. The big changes in this bill, as it was originally presented and as it is in many other states, it no longer allows for people to ingest it or take it in by smoking. So you're not going to be able to legally smoke the medical marijuana. And you're not going to be able to legally grow up to 6 plants in your residence or on your personal property, which was some terminology that was listed in the original bill and, as you know, of course, is law in some other states. But this bill does now go on to our House of Representatives for their vote. Nearly 4 dozen co-sponsors from both parties in our government. We'll let you know how that goes. I thought this was a great idea. Couldn't tell you how many scenes and accidents that I have been on in which this would have been very helpful, and I know that's my number pales in comparison to other EMS and law enforcement, but there's, I won't say nothing worse, because the reason for being there is the worst part, but one of the worst parts about being on an accident scene when it's serious in nature is not being able to reach the family or contacts of the individual who's hurt or worse. A lot of times, as we see here responding in McGoffin County, those individuals are traveling through, and you don't know who their immediate family is, their next of kin, or who they would want contacted. Case in point, just months ago, I covered an accident of a young man who was traveling through McGoffin County, working in eastern Kentucky, who had employed for a company doing work here while he lived and was a resident of California. And we had no way of contacting his family. It was days before they were able to track him down. Now, with this, the Transportation Cabinet's announcement today, that by the governor as well, if you go online and enter just some very simple and limited information, it is directly tied to your driver's license. And from there, authorities will be able to contact whoever you wish them to. As he stood surrounded by law enforcement and transportation officials, Governor Bevin today announced the launch of Emergency Notice. This new online emergency contact registry will be accessible to law enforcement officials in the event that a Kentucky driver's license, personal ID, or permit card holder is involved in a serious vehicle crash or any type of an emergency situation. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet developed the portal at the direction of the governor to offer timely notification to loved ones. So the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet then teamed up with the state police and the Department of Criminal Justice Training to encourage Kentuckians to designate a preferred contact using the free voluntary service. The governor said today, quote, "Emergency notice is a powerful example of how collaboration between government agencies can benefit citizens through practical, common-sense innovation. Following an automobile crash, this valuable tool will significantly expedite communication between first responders and a driver's loved ones, and time is always of the essence during an emergency. Kentuckians can submit their emergency contact's name and phone number via the Emergency Notice portal on the drive.ky.gov website. And Transportation Cabinet Secretary Greg Thomas says that in a matter of minutes, drivers can submit the name and contact information of a loved one online, eliminating the judgment call law enforcement officials have to make on who you would want contacted or to be contacted in the event of emergency. As for the information, it's integrated into the cardholder's driving record, and it's accessible only to law enforcement officials for emergency purposes. The service is available only to valid Kentucky cardholders, and users will be required to input their license number, date of birth, first and last name to verify their information, and Kentuckians may submit one contact, and the contact or information may be changed at any time. Users are responsible for ensuring the accuracy, of course, of the information that was submitted and keeping it up to date should that change. And there is also a phone number that individuals can call if you have limited or no internet access, and it's a 502 number, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, 502-564-1257. You can also provide emergency contact information in person at the Circuit Court Clerk's office of your county of residence. To be honest, I'm just now reading the fine print there at the end. I would have asked our circuit clerk about that earlier today because I was doing an interview with she and our county PBA, not in their official capacity, but about their involvement with the Special Olympics organization and chapter here locally, which is ready to literally hit the ground running a week from tonight. That's a pretty good segue, as good as it's going to get. So we'll hear from those two ladies right after these words about what they've done thus far, as well as with assistance of many others. Paul Montgomery, Sayersville City Councilman, was the first to get this ball rolling. He's received a lot of help, and the Special Olympics will get underway and active here in McGoffin County next week, and I'll let them tell you all about it after these words. It's tax time, and that means it's time to cut prices at Gateway Motors. Check out this gorgeous 2013 F-150 Crew Cab. Books for over $17,000. Their price $14,900. This 09 one-ton E350 van has got only 119,000 miles on it. They've got it priced at $7,900. It books for over $10,000. Come make them an offer. This 09 Chrysler 300's got leather, nav, heated seats, and more. $4,900. And this 06 Ford Explorer is in great shape. Only 84,000 miles, new tires and more, while they last at Gateway Motors in Sayersville. It's a new day of deals every day at Parkway Gun & Pawn with an always new selection of like-new musical instruments, power, and hand tools, not to mention jewelry, games, guns, and ammo, and popular hard-to-find electronics from Guitar Hero to amps to a pro-quality karaoke machine just in. It's all here today, gone tomorrow for pennies on the dollar at Parkway Gun & Pawn. The flu and flu-like illnesses are widespread in Kentucky, and they're not going away anytime soon. So odds are, if you aren't or haven't been sick, you likely will be. And Parkway Pharmacy has exactly what we all need to fight it and any other cold or illness. From immune boosters for adults and children as young as 2 to all-natural homeopathics made right here in the United States of America. They can help prevent you from getting sick or get you fast relief if you already are. With great tasting and easy-taking gummies, powdered mixes, rapid-melting fruity tablets, and syrups at Parkway Pharmacy.
What happens when you combine the region's best network with a plan that requires no money down on the phone you choose, but also allows you to upgrade to the latest and greatest phone quicker? You get the Appalachian Advantage. Get any device for $0 down and upgrade your smartphone once half your device payments are made. With a qualifying trade-in, choose a device payment plan, 6, 12, 18, 24, or 36 months. We'll leave that decision to you. Just another way Appalachian Wireless proves better service and bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Phone payment plan required. See store for details. Advantage requires no money down. Taxes due at time of sale.
Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this, stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville. At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. Today's world presents a lot of challenges to organizations which rely on volunteers to accomplish their mission. Those organizations that work with vulnerable populations must be especially vigilant in protecting those whom they serve, and non-profit and human service organizations throughout the country are faced with the responsibility to provide the safest environment possible for their participants, while recognizing the tremendous role each volunteer plays in the success of their programs. That's why volunteers are so vitally important to organizations like the Special Olympics of Kentucky. And so are the athletes, because you have to have them to have the Special Olympics. Well, the good news is they've done pretty well on the volunteer side of things here in Magoffin County, and they've got about a half dozen athletes already registered. Now, Tanya Ward, your circuit clerk, and Becky Allen, your Magoffin County PVA, who are not talking in their official capacity, but are talking as organizers with the Special Olympics of Magoffin County, talk to you tonight about hoping to reach the rest of the athletes that might be out there and the families of which, as they're going to meet for practice literally next week.
We are so excited to announce that Magoffin County is going to have a Special Olympics team this year. You can participate in many different sports, but we're going to start this year with track and field.
To be a participant on our team, you have to be 8 years of age, and there's no cap on the age limit, so you can be anywhere from age 8 to 108, and we would be glad to have you on our team. You just have to have some type of intellectual disability, such as Down syndrome, autism, ADHD, any type of learning disability where you're being treated maybe in school, or participate in activities in the community, such as the Adult Daycare Center, Carl D. Perkins Center, things like that. We would be so glad to have you. Our first meeting will be on
1 week from today, March 14th.
March 14th, yes.
At Magoffin County High School up at the track, and it begins at 4:30. So make sure that you go online and you get your registration materials. There's an athlete registration form. There's also a physical that must be turned in just like any other athlete. So you'll have to have those items to turn into us 1 week from today, which will be on Thursday.
There are already 7,000 athletes in the Special Olympics Organization of Kentucky. There are 15 Olympic-style sports that are offered and over 120 competitions on the area, regional, and state level, and there are 4,000 volunteers helping all of that happen. And if you'd like to become a part of the Magoffin County Special Olympics team, be there next Thursday, and they'll practice on Thursdays at 4:30 until the first event in April.
The actual event, Special Olympics event, will be on April 27th, and we will take our team from here, Magoffin County, to Johnson County to participate. If you want to be a volunteer, you just fill out this volunteer application. You can go online and get it, or stop by my office or Tanya's office, and we'll have these readily available. I am brand new at this. Tanya's done this for several years, and we're just really excited and pumped, and I hope to see a lot of our Magoffin County people there.
We hope everybody will come out next week, 1 week from today, which will be March the 14th, 4:30, Magoffin County High School track. So we hope that you'll be there. Thank you so much.
Magoffin County had a Special Olympics chapter several years ago, and now there's a lot of renewed enthusiasm to pick it up again. So if you or the athlete in your house wants to be a part of the team, they can simply go by the Magoffin County PVA office of Becky Allen or the Circuit Clerk's office of Tanya Ward, or go online to SOKY.org, which stands for Special Olympics of Kentucky.org. And you or they will be ready for the first practice again on April the 27th. I'm going to go ahead and pause. I've got a couple of calendar announcements just in that I'm going to try to squeeze into the program, so a few commercial messages. Let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. We'll be back with your calendar, obituaries, and a snowy one out there and a sunny one on the end of it after this.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
Founded in 1974 on the idea that we all deserve and need the very best in medical services and patient-oriented care, but at reasonable prices we can afford, Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center have also put together a team of professionals and providers, all at one location, all with you and your family in mind. With pharmacy, dental, lab and x-ray, pediatrics, adult medicine, behavioral health, and more. Come see us, for anything, at Hope Family Medical Center in Salyersville. Check out what's sizzling hot this week at your Salyersville Save-A-Lot. Your choice of Boston butt steaks or country-style ribs in family packs for $1.29 a pound. And boneless beef ribeyes are on sale for just $5.49 a pound. Pepsi products, 6 packs of bottles, 4 for $10. And big 28-count multi-packs of Frito-Lay chips, $8.99. Cabbage is just 59 cents a head, and gorgeous rainbow peppers are just $2.99 a pound. But you better hurry. These prices are good only through Tuesday, March the 12th at your Salyersville Save-A-Lot, and be sure and visit their new website at savergroup.com. Ultra low carb and ultra tasty doesn't come together very often, but it has at your Salyersville Lee's with our new low carb plate. With tender all-white breast strips oven roasted in our famous spices, our famous green beans, and our new ham-seasoned cooked cabbage. And for a limited time, get $2 off with a coupon in this week's edition of the Salyersville Independent. That's right, save $2 and eat just about as many carbs at your Salyersville Lee's famous recipe. Spring can't get here fast enough, but new spring fashions can, and they're already coming in at the seasonal shop. They've got new designs from Simply Southern, including their Simply Cute hair bows, and all sorts of new designs in home decor, new bourbon and bow tie jewelry, and literally something new coming in every day. Make spring happen on your time at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Salyersville. From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Salyersville. 349-8785.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
All right, let's jump right back to calendar announcements. And yes, I think at least a couple, maybe even 3 birthdays tonight. So happy birthday to all. Let's see. Let's start off with birthday wishes. 44th birthday wishes, mind you, to Artie Jason Shepard. With a lot of love from your mom, your sister, your family, and friends. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday, Haley. This is happy 12th birthday, Haley. Love your family. That's Mom, Dad, Kelsey, Natalie, and Amber. Happy birthday, Haley. And birthday wishes also going out. A sweet 16 birthday wish tonight from a whole lot of friends and family to Dalton Hurd. Happy sweet 16. Happy birthday, Dalton. And it's time in Magoffin County to start thinking about getting those kids registered for kindergarten and Head Start. Kindergarten registration, for example, starts next week on Monday at the Salyersville Grade School. And you can call 349-3411 to find out more or stop by and get your kindergartner registered. And kindergarten registration is also Monday through Friday of next week at North Magoffin Elementary, where you can come by and get your students registered for kindergarten. Remember, you'll need a certified birth certificate, valid immunization record, social security card, and before school starts, the student must have an updated physical, dental, and vision exam. And McGoffin County Head Start preschool pre-registration starts Monday too. They'll be taking applications at the Head Start office for kids who will be 3 or 4 by August the 1st. If you have any questions about Head Start in McGoffin County, 349-3488 is the number. There will be, after they've been able to clean up after the flood, there will be church services at their standard time at the Bloomington United Baptist Church. This announcement coming from Pastor Grant Cantrell, who invites everyone to join them this Sunday for services. And everyone's always invited to use the Your News Today community calendar brought to you nightly by McGoffin Farm Bureau. Just get that information in, and we'll get it out to everybody else. Going on to funeral service announcements for this evening, 49-year-old Simon Marshall Jr. of Little Fork will be laid to rest tomorrow following services. The son of the late Simon Sr. and Ina Patrick Marshall. He's survived by his brothers Rick, Dewey, and Mickey Marshall, and sister Carrie Sue Bailey, and a host of family and friends. Services in Simon Marshall Jr.'s honor will start tomorrow at 1 o'clock from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Visitation continues this evening, also at the funeral home. And we've also learned of the passing of Drusilla Compton, 40, of Florida, who passed away on today's date. She was the wife of Charles Compton, who survives. I'm told that arrangements are incomplete at this time, but will be announced and are being handled here locally by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And as we turn to your weather forecast, to be honest, I like the snow. I either want to see a lot or none at all, but I have been waiting for just a few flakes or two to kind of accent our new background. I've been looking forward to that, to be very honest, and it's been a big hit, so thank you all for your comments and your approval of the backdrop of Sagersville as it sits behind me. So with that said, flakes are going to continue to fly tonight. We are under a winter weather advisory that hasn't officially begun as of yet, and we're still looking at the potential for 1 to maybe 2 inches. Some folks might see a bit more than that before the rain comes. Indeed, a winter weather advisory in effect, and that's a good call because we're already seeing some flakes fly, and that actually started shortly after the 4 o'clock hour. This is going to be a rather wet snow, which could cause for some travel conditions, slippery and potentially hazardous. Keep that in mind during the early evening, overnight, and early morning tomorrow. Total snow accumulations around 1 inch tonight, around 1 inch tomorrow, I think is a pretty safe call right now. The winter weather advisory, of course, does include all of the viewing area and then some, as you can see, and technically doesn't go into effect until midnight tonight through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So like I said, we're getting a bit of a jump start on this with that light band of snow that's putting down a few flakes. As far as snowfall amounts, the updated map from the National Weather Service shows anywhere from 1 to 2 inches for much of the viewing area. To our north is expected to see 2 to 3 inches. Will us getting a few early flakes maybe move those totals up for the viewing area? Still a little hesitant to say, but I think 1 to 2 inches, closer to 2, is a pretty good bet right now. As for temps and other conditions in your outlook, we will see about 31 tonight. Clouds, obviously, snow, quite likely, and then snow continuing in the morning, and then once we get above freezing and head on to a 42-degree daytime high, we'll, of course, see some rain during a changeover. Light and variable wind becoming south, southeast, around 6 miles per hour, nothing too dramatic there, and a 30% chance of rain continuing all the way through tomorrow afternoon and the evening before 10. Then another system comes in for your weekend, the first half of it at least, and it's going to be a rainy second part to your Saturday. I think we'll stay dry up through maybe mid-afternoon, 3 o'clock or so. Then rain is likely with 60-degree temps, but still rain likely. Winds coming out of the south anywhere from 5 to 10 to 17 mile per hour gusts. Maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rainfall on your Saturday, and then Saturday evening and Saturday night. Don't be surprised if we get a few more thunderstorms here for the month of March, because it's entirely likely with that chance of rain continuing all the way through Saturday night. The good news in the whole weekend scenario is that the rain is pulling out of here, I believe, even earlier than what we thought yesterday, meaning that Sunday looks totally dry. A few clouds lingering, I think, early Sunday, but mostly sunny skies. Mid-60s almost for your daytime highs. Sunday's going to be a nice day to get out and stretch your legs. Monday will cool off just a bit, but still 54, mostly sunny. Tuesday, 54, mostly sunny. Wednesday, warm air rushes back in. We'll flirt with 70 degrees under partly sunny skies with a slight chance of rain. I can take that. And of course, we'll spring forward those clocks 1 hour Saturday night, Sunday morning, and squeeze a little extra daylight out of every day from here for the next several months. I can also stand that. And in closing, be safe out there on the roads if you have to be out. And if you haven't already, pick up an issue of the Sagarsville Independent. Front page, you'll see, among a lot of other things throughout the paper, but a special story penned by our editor, Heather Oney, on the passing of Miss Connie Cecil. And also a really important story about grant funding that's out there to help fund farmers, pay farmers to grow produce and food for food banks in the Commonwealth. It's a great idea, a great organization, and we hope that really spreads as, the more farmers, the better, because it's just not something that we see a great deal of, certainly as much as we used to here in our part of the world. With that said, I'll see you back here tomorrow, wrapping up this week of Your News Today, talking about a warmer and wetter, at least first half of your weekend. Good night. Thanks for watching.